Having problems on the job? So you think the EEOC is the answer, right?
I am suing the United States Equal Employment Opportunity Commission.
But this is no ordinary employee.
I am a retired federal civil rights judge from the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission.
But wait, an EEOC judge suing the EEOC?
I have MS and systemic lupus. My supervisor said to me one day when I was asking for extra leave, she said, "You think you're going to win this case?" She said, "Yes." She said, "You're going to win it, but you're never going to win it because we're going to appeal it until you're dead."
And if you think the judge is the only one who sued their employer, the EEOC,
we were friends in misery. You know, when you have filed against your office or they are not treating you right, we tend to band together also.
the Honorable Mary Elizabeth Bullock served as judge for the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission for 9 years. Dr. Gigi Castillo was an EEOC federal investigator for 27 years. They both say the EEOC left their lives in chaos.
It's hard to admit, but I don't think they were happy that I have a PhD and a Filipino, female, and an Asian.
That was Dr. Castillo's first case. Her second case had to do with non-promotion. Judge Bullock says the EEOC knew she had multiple sclerosis when she was hired, but they refused to give her the standard accommodations offered by most employers, like a special computer, as her disability worsened.
I am legally blind. For 4 years, letters were written by doctors. You know what? If you don't do something to help this woman, she will be totally incapacitated.
Judge Bullock believes that when she was there, the agency that was supposed to safeguard equal opportunity was more interested in dismissing cases than in serving justice.
There were judges who were accused of being pro-agency. And pro-agency means you wipe it off your desk, you get rid of it as soon as possible. You have higher numbers. Yes. I was also asked to rewrite their cases the right way.
She was awaiting cancer surgery, but there was a case her boss hadn't completed from 11 years before against the Security and Exchange Commission, the SEC.
I actually wrote a 75-page single-space complaint finding for the women. I surprised my boss by giving him the completed decision.
While in recovery, and even with her supervisor's stamp of approval for her decision, suddenly another boss, knowing she was still in the hospital, demanded that she come into the office.
I can't come back in there. I'm in Cedars-Sinai. I'm in the hospital. He said, "I don't care. Get back in here."
In a shocked state, Judge Bullock discharged herself from the hospital, not knowing what to expect.
And I went into the office. I said, "For goodness sakes, what is the problem?" He said, one of the SEC women whose decision was never sent out had lunch with the commissioner. She said, "I had a case heard by your office 11 years ago. I never got a decision."
Remember, Judge Bullock had completed that decision as a favor for her boss and found that the two women had been discriminated against.
And they said it has to be changed to a no cause, no discrimination finding. I said, "I don't change cases. This is your case. You know, I don't change cases." I said, "Never. For any reason, for anyone. I'm sorry. I'll call a cab. I'm returning to the hospital."
She says that the supervisors changed to a finding of no discrimination.
What shocked me the most about my employer was that they weren't following their own mission statement, but rather they were working full-time on discriminating against their own employees, to where even one of them died of lupus before her case even came to trial.
As her case against the EEOC went to trial in 2005, she says they withheld $21,000 that year and that her financial situation became desperate.
Again, my paycheck falls short. And the only person I know to ask and feel I can ask because she knows I'll pay her back is Dr. Castillo.
That transaction with Dr. Castillo caused Judge Bullock to become the target of a secret investigation by the federal EEOC, the Justice Department, and the California State Bar. Without her knowledge, who was named as the complainant? Dr. Gigi Castillo.
They put words in my mouth. It has to come from EEOC people in Washington, D.C. I don't think there is any illegality in giving money to Mary Elizabeth Bullock.
More recently, the state wants to disbar the judge. Is the judge being accused of a crime she didn't commit? Will Dr. Castillo be able to confront the allegations? We'll tell you more about what happened in the next episode of Democracy Deadlocked.
She called me and she was crying that she would be losing her license. And she was telling me that I complained against her.
I don't want to die with that record making me look like I'm a person of no ethics.